Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs today. So let's get to it. I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It was like you could hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, Roxstars. I know you guys already know what the beginning of this video is about to be about, okay? But just in case you are living underneath a rock and you happen to miss the phenomenon that went down on Amazon Prime last night, and shout out to Charisma because I had no idea. I knew that the concert was happening. I had no idea that it was going to be live streamed, okay? Completely free if you were an Amazon Prime member. So shout out to you for that, because I had family members that was going, but I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to see it. I was just going to have to wait for people to be posting videos and stuff like that. But child, just getting the seat in front of my TV, I really actually felt like I was there. Today I'm tired like I was there, okay? I feel like I physically was in it's not the Great Western Forum anymore, but whatever it's called, I think it's the Kia Forum now. I mean, I feel like I was physically there. I am so sore today, so tired today. I had to drag myself out of bed. I had to get up. I was late to work, everything. But anyway, just in case you missed the Ken and Friends pop out last night, which was Kendrick Lamar's Juneteenth concert that we found out some weeks ago that, that it was planned. When you said Ken and Friends, I figured that it was going to be other rappers there. But you guys just, oh my God. Okay, let me just explain to you why we love Kendrick Lamar so much. Okay, we love Kendrick Lamar so much is because Kendrick Lamar is a unique thing that happens in rap these days, where he is not trying to be anything other than who he truly is. Rappers today, not all of them, but some people do not stay true to where they've come from and like to claim things bigger, more dangerous, and the such, just to try to get a certain amount of street cred or a certain amount of, they was out there in them streets like that, when truly that is not what the case is. And the reason why, at least I know that I really like Kendrick Lamar, is because, and the reason why I really did like Tupac for many of these same reasons, is the fact that they are actually real people who don't try to put on any type of air or any type of, they don't try to be something that they're not, okay? Kendrick Lamar has never been a gangster. He was not a gangster rapper. Kendrick Lamar grew up in Compton, okay? And when you grow up in Compton, it's inevitable that you are going to be around a lot of gang members. He is gang adjacent only because when you live in LA, it's gangs everywhere. I mean, gangs in all the neighborhoods. If you're in the neighborhoods, you are around gangs, even if you yourself weren't in a gang. I wasn't in a gang. None of my immediate family, my brothers weren't in gangs. Really, none of the kids really on my street were in gangs. However, we all knew somebody. You all knew. Anybody from LA will tell you that you knew somebody was in a gang. If you weren't in a gang yourself, you knew somebody that was in a gang. You knew somebody that had got killed that was in a gang. You knew somebody that probably killed somebody who was in a gang. And so that is something that is just a part of your fiber. It's just a part of your being from Los Angeles, especially in the time where gangs was really running rampant. Okay. And that being the 80s, when it got huge, in the 90s and all. One of the reasons why we moved here to Atlanta, Mr. was very adamant he did not want to raise his son in Los Angeles because we lived in that area. And so the reason why I love K-Dot, the reason why I love Tupac, who just happens to be my two favorite rappers, is because I love the fact that people can be from somewhere, be of somewhere, but actually not be that person, okay? But are well versed enough to know about it, to be able to speak on it. And I think that that's the reason why a lot of people really do like K Dot, and the reason why people love Tupac as well, because of those reasons, you know. And just seeing him up in all of his glory yesterday on that stage, you guys. So yes, it is a huge feat to be able to bring all of these different gangs. It's truly basically Bloods and Crips, okay? But within Bloods and Crips, you have all these different, you know, divisions within like the department. So if a Blood was a department, and then you have different divisions, different subsectors of Blood gang, and the same with Crip gang, and even sometimes they don't get along within their own same gang, okay? And that is the reason why you've had so much bloodshed, so much things that have happened in Los Angeles, and it's been hard for them to really bridge the gap, because it's just, the gang thing is so heavily entrenched. It's just a part of LA's culture. So yeah, bringing all these people together, and at least for just this one night, being able to have them all up on that stage, it not being no drama, and best believe, I'm sure that everybody had to make it extremely clear that this is a big ass moment. Like he said, bigger than him, okay? This is a moment that's not only on Juneteenth, but is going to be streamed for everybody to see, okay? We need everybody to be on their best fucking behavior. And if you feel like you cannot be on that for this one night at least, then you don't need to come, okay? I'm sure that they made that abundantly clear, because we needed to make sure that that night went off without a hitch, and it did. So no nigga shit, no nigga shit. And it went beautifully. After I had got the message that they were going to be live streaming it, I sent it to all my friends. I sent it to, you know, Joe and Mr. and Jada. Mr. was just downstairs, child. But Jada and Joe, you know, they're gone. And I made sure that everybody knew. And so we was all posted, and started with the beginning, and went all the way to, like, you know, till TV went off, when Amazon was like, okay, the shit is done now. But yeah, it was refreshing. It was great to see a lot of the local rappers. You guys, me being here in Atlanta, I don't see the local rappers like that. We definitely don't hear them. So I don't know any of those songs, but those are songs that you would hear, you know, when you frequent different LA establishments or listening to the radio out there. I'm assuming those are the people that you would hear. And he brought all those people out, and you could tell some of them niggas that was still very much involved in gang activity. And just to see them up there and doing what they do and not being no issues, I mean, it did my heart so good, you guys. It did my heart so good, okay? And I love the fact that he let everybody have their shine. Yeah, you only got one song, okay? But you do the best that you can with what you got in that one song, and then let's move it on, because it was so many people that he was trying to give the opportunity to, you know? So loved all that. And then, so that was like the first hour. I think it came on, was it 7? I think it was 7 o'clock when this was supposed to start. So the first hour was all the local rappers. And side note, Tommy the Clown. So when Tommy the Clown came out, I know a lot of people, you have to be from LA to really understand the nostalgia that surrounds us when we think about Tommy the Clown. Tommy the Clown used to be huge in the early 90s. And he was just a guy who would mentor these kids that were like great dancers, okay? And so he would take them all, they'd sign up. It was like a dance team, you know, they sign up for his dance team or whatever. And then he had like 3 or 4 like big vans and cars, and they would have like a huge ass box, like a big speaker box in the back of one of them in the trunk, and they would have that open, and they would blast the music, and they would drive around LA. And then if they got to an area where they thought that this was like a good enough spot, they would stop in the middle of the street, they would block all of the damn traffic, and the kids would just jump out and just start dancing. And I'm talking about like the crumping, you know, all of the, you know, all of that. They would do all that. And it used to just be such an exciting time. I mean, people would love to just be out on the streets and be like, oh my God, there's Tommy the Clown. Like, if you saw that fucking rainbow wig, you knew that Tommy the Clown, you know, was there. And people, you know, it never really bothered us that he was stopping traffic because it was like, this is Tommy the Clown. You just got a 10-minute little interlude, a little intermission of these kids fucking dancing for their fucking life. I'm talking about, so you got to think, back in the 90s, we didn't have the internet. These kids didn't get exposed the way that kids today are. And that's why I feel like, you know, it was good to see Tommy the Clown and his crew today that was up there and everything, but it wasn't the same. I mean, I still got the same feel just because I loved the whole idea of Tommy the Clown being there. But I want you to just understand that the kids back then, this was their moment. This was their shining time. Okay? So these kids was dancing the fuck out of I mean, they would get out the car, they would just jump out, and it would be a million of them. They just all run out, and they would all just be dancing out there. That music would be booming, and then they would do it for about 10 minutes, and then they jump their ass back in the car, and they would take off, and they would go to another area and do the same thing all over, and they would do that all day. Okay? And so yeah, it was, and what I tell you, these kids used to be dancing like to the likes of Chris Brown used to dance with Tommy the Clown. Okay, so just imagine that type of talent as a kid. These kids just doing the most out there. And so now it's a little different. Now he doesn't have like small kids like he used to. You know, now they look like they're very much into their late teens, maybe early 20s and everything, which is fine as well, but it's still different. But it was a great thing, and it grew to be so big that he would have like these battle royales. That's what he was announcing in the concert yesterday. But and they would have it, and they would sell tickets, and they would have it at the Forum, and the kids would just battle and dance each other. And some of the videos have gone viral. Some of those videos still float around. You guys remember that video of that boy dancing when it's like I can't even think of the dance. I can't think of it. I just can't do it, you guys. But there's been different videos that have been viral that have gone around for years and years and years. Some of it is from Tommy the Clown's battle royales, you guys. So it was nice to see that he's still doing it. But yeah, just so it was great to see it. I know a lot of people probably didn't understand what that whole Tommy the Clown thing was, but yeah, if you was from LA, you saw Tommy the Clown. Okay, so yeah, that happened the first hour of the pop out, and then the second hour. Within that second hour, DJ Mustard came out. I guess he just calls himself Mustard. Y'all know his name is actually Dejan, right? That's why it's DJ Mustard. So clever, you guys. Anyway, when he came out, that's when you got your, I don't want to say higher caliber, but you know, that's when you got your known rappers that have made it, okay, established themselves. Your Tyler the Creator, who has that, I have never seen him like live like that. And I was impressed. I was like, this man here has stage presence, okay? I mean, I've heard all good things about him. I know he's very talented and all that, but looking at him on that stage, like he commanded that stage, like he made me watch, okay? But he had other people out there. He had Ty Dolla $ign, who, man, you guys, when did Ty Dolla $ign get so thick? I was just like, oh. good looking, okay, look nice. He had let me see, I put the names because I can't remember everybody. Oh, he had YG, okay, and who full LA nigga. Like, you can always tell a LA nigga. You can tell a LA nigga. The fact that he had on fucking Stacey Adams and black socks, okay, that's straight up something Mister would wear, you guys. But anyway, and Roddy Ricch. He had Dom Kennedy. Now, I don't know who Dom Kennedy was, and Dom Kennedy is very cute. Okay? Very, very cute. Just think on the lines of if you put a Game and Kanye, if they had a baby, okay, then you would have Dom Fishback. I know I said Dom Fishback, not Dom, not the actress, child. Dom Kennedy. I know that mixture don't sound right, but baby, looking at him up on that stage, I first thought it was Kanye, but I was like, this one is a little too lucid, a little too normal to be Kanye. And then I realized that it was somebody else, and then they had his name flashed up there. But yeah, cute. I'm talking about how cute the artist was. But yeah, Roddy Ricch, I haven't seen Roddy Ricch in so long. but it was refreshing to see him up there, you know, singing y'all know the song. Steve Lacy. So yeah, they had, you know, when Mustard got up there, these were people that he you know, has produced amongst many other people. I mean, you can't say that DJ Mustard is not talented. And Mustard, you know, he did have him and Ty Dolla $ign and YG. They grew up together. And so they, you know, they have a certain kind of way of being with each other, just very comfortable around each other. Just great. Okay. Just great. So we after the second hour of that was done, and then we got another break, and then you guys, K-Dot just came out, and I'm telling you, I was just so excited. I was so proud for my city. Love the fact that I'm from LA. I mean, I love Atlanta now, and I can't see me living in Los Angeles anymore. Not, you know, not with the current tax bracket that I have now. The only way I would move back there is I'd have to be very wealthy. Okay. But I still love my city. I love being from there, and just seeing him up there, and how everybody just loves K-Dot, which is how it should be for your own concert anyway. But the love was so special, you guys. It was so special. And let me tell you, that boy is so fucking talented. Okay. He also commands the stage and doesn't need no extra nothing, no backing track. Okay. Which doesn't sound like much today, but when you listen to even some of those other people that were performing with DJ Mustard, how much they were getting out of breath. You know, you really have to be able to train yourself to be up there and rap song after song after song. First of all, you got to remember the words, and then you got to keep control of your voice, your breathing, okay? And it's hard for singers, and it's hard for rappers as well. So the fact that he was able to do that, oh my God, you guys, it was every fucking thing, okay? So anyway, he opened with Euphoria. You know, because I heard the Teddy Pendergrass music in the background, and then he did also 616. Is that the name of 616 in LA or something like that? He did both of the Drake discs. I knew that Not Like Us was going to be the ending closing song, so I wasn't even expecting that right then. But yeah, him opening with those songs, I mean, Kendrick is standing on business. Like, is still fuck you, Drake. Even though I still, you know, I didn't feel like this was all about trying to come at Drake. This was all about unity. This was all about trying to bring people together. This was, like he said, a moment bigger than him. And let me just say that they tried to do this when Nipsey Hussle died. Okay, they tried to bring the gangs together. But it was pretty much impossible, because they had, first of all, you know, Nipsey being a Crip, even though he wasn't, you know, they say he wasn't active in it anymore, but you know, once you was part of that gang, you part of it, right? It was too many fresh wounds, emotions. It was too many egos. It was so much blame going around. You know, people didn't know who was responsible for it, and it was too much backstabby shit going on. It was just so much happening that the gangs, you know, they were trying, you know, I know that they were trying to meet and all that, but Big U and all them, they were not able to do this, okay? And I think it was just too soon. Like, everybody was emotional. It wasn't, but now that, you know, some time has passed, and, you know, nothing brings together black people like music, right? So, you know, we've had some good music from him, and it was just like striking when the iron was hot. And so that is why I believe all that worked yesterday, as opposed to 4 or 5 years ago when Nipsey was killed. It just, you know, they tried, but it was a no-go. So, you know, Kendrick, like I said, he performed Mad City. He performed some songs that he had with that group with Schoolboy Q and who was it, J-Rock and the Ab Soul or whatever. I'm not familiar. I mean, I knew who they were, but I don't listen to their music like that. But he brought them out, and then he did We Gonna Be Alright. We gonna be alright. I'm telling you guys, he didn't do everything. There was so much that he didn't do, but what he did do was just amazing, you guys. Now, I didn't take notes because I had no plans of really talking about it. One, I didn't even realize that they were streaming it, like I said. And two, I thought it was going to be a concert. Yes, I was going to have a good time and everything, but I didn't feel like I was going to be giving commentary on it like that, other than me just telling you guys what happened. But now I wish that I would have wrote down like the set list and everything. I'm sure it's still up on Amazon Prime. I'm sure that that's something that people can still rewatch and everything. I just haven't had time to rewatch it and all. But when I tell you, he did a little something from all of his albums, and it was just every fucking thing, okay? And just seeing his little self walking back and forth across that stage. I love the fact that they had a stage where he could turn around. Like, his back was never to anybody, you know? I mean, obviously his back is to somebody. But what I'm saying is, like, he's able to turn around. There wasn't a part of the stage where people couldn't see, okay? Because he made sure that it was a rectangular stage where he could turn around and do all of that. But of course, let me just get to the meat of it, or just the wonderful conclusion. So he had Dr. Dre come out. And Dr. Dre came out and he did Still Dre and he did California Love. And, you know, it was cool. Somebody said that Dr. Dre has health issues. I had no idea. But I did look at Dr. Dre and tell that he's not the big buff, you know, like when we saw him at the Super Bowl. And how buff and muscular he was, and all that has turned into like pudge, and now is soft, and you know, he's a little bit of a bufferino, not quite muscular, not quite fat, but just kind of in between. But yeah, somebody said that he's been having health issues. I didn't know about that. But anyway, so after he finished doing California Love, and you know, all right, everybody, you know, thank you, you know, shout out LA, whatever. When he was leaving out, you know, Kendrick was like, hey, Dre, you sure you want to leave now? You don't want to just do one more song? And Dre was like, okay, yeah, you know. And he was like, I need a little silence for this. And I was like, oh, what's it about to be? Okay. And then he leans over and he goes, psst, I see dead people. And then that music, boo, 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 mustard on the beat, ho. I was like, oh my God. You guys, it was the same feeling that when I hear Poison, anytime I hear Poison, it makes me dance. I don't give a fuck where I hear it. I have to at least move to it, even if I got to do it privately. Okay? That is going to be my new Poison, is fucking Not Like Us. That song, when it started, the adrenaline, you could feel the crowd. Everybody was waiting for that shit. Everybody was waiting for it. Everybody knew the fucking words. Okay? And Kendrick Lamar, the audience loved that shit so much, bitch, he gave it to you not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 fucking times. I had counted 6, but the blogs are saying 5. Okay, so we gonna say 5. I don't know, I might be off because, bitch, I was so fucking excited. But let me tell you, at the first time he stopped the song, you know, when it says, why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. And everybody was just holding the and he started doing the dance. Everybody was like, that's the Hotline Bling dance. Bitch. Now, he did it the first time, and I was like, okay. I was all out of breath by the time we got to there, so it was like, okay, let me catch my breath. Okay, because I was like, I know he not fixing to end this shit and ain't even finishing the song, so I knew it was coming back. So, baby, we looped that motherfucker around again, and it was just like, psst, I see dead people. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mustard on the beat, ho. And then, baby, he stopped it at the same spot again, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Let me tell y'all, I'm telling you, I kept living over and over and over. It was like being reborn. I know you guys probably like, Roxanne, you put 20 on 10, but I'm telling you, you had to be there. It was such a moment. It was such a moment. And I know, just from me being in my soft room in my house and me being so excited, that if I was there, you guys, I just might have fucking passed out. That's the amount of hype that fucking crowd was when he kept on doing Not Like Us. And honey, after they stopped it that second time, started that shit over again. And honey, he finally sang it all the way through on the third time around. And then honey, we started it again. When he started it on the fourth time, he opened up the stage for like all of the people that had performed in the pop out. All of them started coming up on the stage, and this is when shit could have got real dicey. Okay, because it's one thing to line people up when you telling them that they're gonna come and they're gonna do their part, and then they get off the stage and go somewhere else. But when you get everybody up on the stage together, and I'm assuming that when they've been off the stage, first of all, it's legal to smoke out there, so motherfuckers is high, motherfuckers been drinking, and like I said, it's a lot of bad blood between a lot of people that was probably there. I'm talking about killers and everything, right? And you get everybody up on that stage, all you needed was the wrong one to get up there and get to pushing somebody, hit somebody accidentally or something, and some shit could have popped off. And the fact that none of that happened, even with all of them up there. Yeah, we had celebrities up there. I saw LeBron James in the audience. I saw, Russell Westbrook jump up there. I saw a bunch of other people that were there. But you guys, it was just all love. And I believe that everybody behaved themselves because of Kendrick. Because they love the fact that he's just a real ass dude, you guys. He is a real ass dude who doesn't try to be anything other than what he is. He talks about his experiences. Yes, they in the hood. That don't mean he is a gangster or anything like that. And it's just, yes, that's why people like him. And that's why people are, gravitate towards people who actually are real and don't try to be something that they're not. Being genuine is always something that pays off in the end, okay? You can fake the funk for a long time, but eventually people get on to you. And that is exactly why Kendrick is who he is, you guys. It was a fabulous, fabulous time. When I tell you it was 11:30 when that shit finally was done, because when they started it by the fifth time, he couldn't even do the rap no more because he was so busy, shaking hands with everybody and hugging folks and happy to see folks and all that. And yeah, great. Just a great time. Side note, his wife, or I don't think they're married, but the mother of his kids, that it had been said that they weren't together anymore, that they were estranged and all that. She was definitely there front and center. Okay. So, take that how you want, but she was supporting for sure. And, yeah, it was a magical time. It was a magical time. And if you didn't get to see that shit live, I feel sorry for you. I mean, you could probably still get it if you watch it on review, but or on rewind or whatever. But if you was actually feeling the time where everybody was on one accord last night, child, it was fucking everything. It was everything. And not too many cities can be like this. I mean, you've got your big cities, you got where they have rappers and all, of course, Atlanta and New York, but LA, we won. That's it. Somebody was like, you won? I had said that I felt like I won last night, that we won last night. And somebody was like, no, you guys had already won with Euphoria. I said, yeah, we won the battle with Euphoria, okay? We won the fucking war last night. Like, there's no way you just not gonna top that, and you really shouldn't even try. Because if you're trying, then it's obvious that you're trying to come back at something. Just let that shit go for the historical moment that it was, and let that shit be that. Don't even try to respond. I mean, I don't think that, because even though the song is what it is, like he said, is bigger than him. It is even bigger than that song, Not Like Us. It was about the fact of trying to bring, what do they call it? One West? Or they was calling it Gangchella. Gangchella, just bringing everybody together like that with no drama and no fisticuffs and nobody trying to run, trying to get the hell up out of there. Nobody getting stampeded and stampled and, getting pressed up against the exit doors. And yeah, I've been there. Okay. I have definitely been there many times. Okay. So it was beautiful. It was great. It was great. It was great. Okay, y'all saw that picture that I posted this morning where I was trying to figure out last night, like, what made him wear a fucking hoodie? Even though it's not really hot in LA right now, you know, it's about to be hot. I mean, it's hot enough, and, you know, wearing this hoodie and everything, and a t-shirt under it, and these jeans and all that. But then this morning, somebody had posted a picture of him next to a picture of Tupac in that very same outfit. It wasn't a hoodie, but it was a red sweatshirt, white t-shirt, the jeans, the tennis shoes, and the red hat. Same like what Kendrick Lamar had on. So very clearly he was doing, you know, he was channeling his inner Tupac, or just paying homage to him. But yeah, you guys, I was so proud. I was just so proud of my town, my city. Yeah, we done been through some shit, and we've done some shit out there, but when it's time to come together for some music, baby, we gonna do that every fucking time. Every time. Okay? So yeah, that's it. That's my review on it. A+++++. Again, if you didn't watch it last night, you need to watch it on Amazon Prime. I'm sure they have it saved. I don't know if it's going to be something that expires eventually, but while it is still on there, y'all need to go and check it out. Baby, I talked about that so long that could have been its own video. I'm almost tempted to let it be its own video. Maybe. If I do decide to let that be its own video, let me just end it right here, you guys. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Till next time, Roxstars.